So, two other topics which we are going to target today is the laws of production, followed by business cycles. Business cycles, we are stepping into macro in a way. With production, micro is over, but I thought I will do business cycles today. What is your idea? Okay, now please look at this slide. Do you remember something about laws of production where we studied three main laws? What are they? Law of variable proportions, laws of returns, returns to scale. And as I was discussing the law itself, some fundamental points I told you from where the question would be asked. Now, is laws of production about changes in the input or is it about changes in the output? It is both. As a result of changes in the input proportion, what is the impact on output? Right? So, if only one part is given, it's an incorrect sentence. So, on the law itself, there will be a question. So, for the three laws, you should know in which law one factor is kept variable and all others fixed. In which law one factor is kept fixed, all others variable. In which law all the factors are made variable. It's a fundamental thing. And its consequence upon the output, impact on output. So, a law which keeps one factor alone variable and n number of fixed factors is known as law of variable proportion. It is a modern law. A law which keeps one factor fixed and all others variable is laws of returns, just returns. And in the third law, when you say returns to scale, this morning as we began, I said, no, scale also has a different meaning under laws of production. Scale is all your inputs put together. When all the inputs put together change, what will be the impact? More than proportionate, less than proportionate, equal to inexact proportion. Do you understand? And here the point comes whether a particular law is applicable in the short run or long run. Okay, that also I tell you. Now, with this small framework in mind, let us look at some couple of questions, and definitely numericals, a chart I will make you do, because just as TUMU, TRTC, MRMC, you can also do TP, AP, right? That is what you're going to do. Please look at the board now. Example question. I'm asking you a question. Identify from the given law, the law which studies the changes in the output resulting from changes in one factor keeping others constant. Changing one factor, keeping other factors constant. Which is the law which is indicated? Identify from the given the law which studies the changes in the output resulting from changing one factor, keeping others constant. A. Law of variable proportion. Beautiful, isn't it? That is there. Now go to the next one. Example of an intricate question from the law itself. Identify the incorrect statement from the given. So I have given you law of variable proportion. Now of the four, which do you find as incorrect statement? So it is question, theoretical question, an intricate question, an example of an intricate question from the law itself. Now you have to tell me which is incorrect statement. State of technology is constant. Only one factor is made variable, others are kept constant. The law is not applicable to those cases where the factors must be used in rigidly fixed proportion to yield a product. All the units of variable factors need not be necessarily homogeneous. Yes, all the units of factors have to be homogeneous qualitatively. You remember we said, no, one labor is educated, one is illiterate, one is trained, one is inexperienced. No, you can't. You can add on one, you can do that, but not changes in the quality of it. So this is the answer. Correct. You got it, no? Okay. Then, see, the answer is highlighted here for you. More questions. The doubling of all the inputs leads to output more than double. Then it is, you have to identify the law and the sub-law. All the three laws together you have to have in mind. Yes. Returns to scale. Increasing returns to scale. Is she not correct? And how did you find it is returns to scale? Which was the clue word?
Double input leads to output.
That's where you thought it is returns to scale. Is it? What the, was that the clue?
More than double. So
Yeah, increasing, correct. How do you, among the three, how do you chose it was returns to law of variable proportion is there, laws of returns alone is there, returns to scale is there. How did you choose returns to scale? What was the clue word there?
uh, relationship between input and output. And input.
All inputs. You say all inputs, it means scale. So the answer is already there. Now for the second part, more than proportion means increasing, less than proportion means decreasing or diminishing, inexact proportion means constant. Okay, correct answer. So what is the main law? It is returns to scale. Sub law is increasing returns to scale. Yes, got it? Okay. Now diminishing returns is associated with which sector? In fact, I was telling you this, where Alfred Marshall himself has given. This law is associated with this sector. This law is associated with that sector. He has given. So I told you, remember that it was Alfred Marshall who was given, therefore an expected question in the examination. So diminishing returns is associated with which sector? Secondary sector? Not sure. If not sure option was there, how nice it would be, no? Yes. Everything would be tick marked as not sure. Now please note, repeated question is what is given in the slide. As usual, I tell you this. Diminishing returns is associated with agriculture. Increasing returns is associated with secondary or manufacturing sector. The word itself will be there. An increase in the capital and labor applied in the cultivation of land causes in general a less than proportionate increase in the amount of the produce raised unless it happens to coincide with an improvement in the art of agriculture. I have given you the statement of Marshall itself in the class. So, DR is associated with agriculture or primary sector. They need not give as agriculture, they may give it as primary. And secondary sector, in secondary sector, in if they give organization, enterprise, industry, there you bring in what? Increasing returns. And constant returns is always in extractive industries. Extractive industries, I gave you an example of sugar industry, where the raw material base will be from agriculture sector, but the processing of the product requires industrial support. Jute products, woolen products, cotton products, all raw material based from agriculture, processing requires manufacturing sector's help, facilitation. Are you clear? Which it is there in the notes itself. You need not have to worry. Which sector, which, so that also you study. Don't think it's out of the way. That is also asked. Now the third question is, the scale line OP passing through the origin is called as the dash. Remember? It's almost close to your memory, but shall I give you options then? By the way, do you recollect how your scale line will be? x factor, y factor, scale line. And here you will have, remember all this. I'm not mentioning what this curve is called as now because I want you to do this exercise. So which one? A, iso product line. Others? Yes, going with it. The answer is this. Expansion path. It is known as expansion path. Scale line, OP, passing through the origin is known as expansion path. You know, this IQ, this is your iso product curve, iso product line, equal product curve, equal product line, whatever it is, this is that IQs. So this is your expansion path. Okay, be very clear. Yes, noted? Noted? Now, laws of returns is applicable in the short run only. True or false? Mark this entire set of questions as template questions. Means what? They are model questions. Instead of DR, they may ask IR. Or instead of one law, they'll ask another law. Or instead of one sub law, another sub law. Or instead of one tool, another tool. Instead of OP, they'll ask about IQ. And instead of here laws of returns, they may ask law of variable proportion. So this is where the questions will be collected. These are the template questions. You can't, this is a frame of question from laws of production. They cannot go beyond. That is why you will find in our Bharadwaj material, all these three laws, there's no stories there. In points it will be given. Have you read that once at least? You would have known that. Okay. Now answer the last question of this slide. No chance. Laws of returns is applicable in the short run only. The answer is true, because the short run and long run, where does the distinction come? When you have distinction as fixed factors and variable factors, it is short run, because in the long run the distinction disappears. Please register that point. That is only clue sentence for answering this type of question. What is that? In the long run, the difference between fixed factor and variable factors disappears. Only in the short run you will have. So when I look at laws of returns, what are we studying under law of returns? We are keeping one factor fixed and any number of factors variable. One factor fixed, and do you remember above the table you will find plot of land. Above the table you will find factory manufacturing cloth. The examples you remember, I used to ask, where is the fixed factor column? Did you all find out? We are not writing 1 plus 1 plus, where is it? So the title there of that table will be a fixed factor, and in the table you will give variable factors only. You understand? So when there is a distinction between fixed and variable factor, register this as a revision cue, revision tip for this. On short run and long run. When or where there is a distinction between fixed and variable factors, then The law is applicable. The law is applicable only in the short run. Only in the short run. And point 2 is in the long run. In the long run. All factors become variable. There is no distinction at all. All factors become variable, or you have to write it as the distinction between fixed and variable factors ceases to exist. Yes, do you understand that? So please use that template slide for revision. So under the 3 laws, what they will ask is identify the market, identify the law. How will I identify the law? Is there any factor which is fixed? Is there any factor variable? Is all the inputs changing? That is a clue. Okay. The second important thing, apart from numericals, I will make you do one numericals here. Whether the law is applicable in the short run or long run. The third thing about the tools which are used for different kinds of laws. Fourth is about where it is applicable, DR, IR, CR, etc. Okay, so these are the fundamental aspects which are questioned from the law. And when you say during when MR, here will not call MR or marginal returns, not revenue. Marginal product is 0, what happens to total product? When total product is maximum, what is the marginal product? When marginal product is negative, what is to same thing as we did for marginal revenue and marginal cost. So there you will find only a repetition. So I am this is law exclusive question. What you see here, what you see so far is a law exclusive question. What we said, these are all exclusively law. Otherwise, for TP, AP, MP, it will be same as TR, AR, MR or TC, AC, MC. Are you clear? Yes, are you getting it clear? Now, yeah, you can do this one particular law-based thing. And you're also going to tell me what is this F, the term F, what does it denote? What is the term? What does it mean? And you're going to fill up these two. From one of the law, I've taken a table. And one more I have for you to calculate TPAP, total product, average product or marginal product, or total returns, average returns and marginal returns. Yes, were you able to do some exercise here? Bring it here. Yeah. two places of question marks you can address. You can tell me what is F, what is that term called as, what does it mean, even which law it is. Among the three sub laws which we did are law of variable proportion, laws of returns to scale, laws of returns. Okay, done. Not bad. Filling up these question marks are difficult. Finished, no? Okay. So what did you get here? Marginal production. What did you get? Marginal production. How did you do it? It is nothing but 52 minus 36. Did you all do that?
36 minus. No, sorry, 36 minus.
36 minus 22. Right? Okay. So what is that answer you got? 14. Okay. Here it is 82 because 0 is here. Okay. So here you understand when TP is maximum, MP is 0. When TP is declining, MP is negative. When MP is increasing, TP is increasing at an increasing rate. When MP is declining also, TP is increasing at a declining rate. In the class we saw, isn't it? Do you understand? When MP is 0, TP is maximum. When MP is negative, TP is declining. When MP is increasing, TP is increasing at an increasing rate. When MP is declining also, TP is increasing at a declining rate. Are you clear? Now, apart from this calculation, were you able to identify the law? Because in any of the three, I chose one law to give you an example. Law of variable proportion. Perfect answer. Now, each law has its own stages, right? Here you have, the first one is your increasing returns, then decreasing or diminishing returns, negative returns. Okay. Now, what is this point F? Optimum point. Okay. Point of inflection. In one of the options, I gave this point. Did you notice it? Under expansion path, this term, inflection. So what is inflection? Inflection will be one step or 1 point before the stage 2 under law of variable proportion. And what does it mean? I have defined to you. When the total product stops increasing at an increasing rate and starts increasing at a diminishing rate. Definitely a question on inflection is total product here, it stops increasing at an increasing rate and starts increasing at a diminishing rate. This point from 4 to 5. That is inflection. Point of inflection. See, till here is your first stage. Till here will be your second stage. Even in the graph, you will find 1 point before the second stage, you will have inflection. So, what is inflection here? Where TP stops increasing at an increasing rate, and starts increasing. Again, it's going to increase only. Starts increasing at an diminishing rate. Now, my dear students, I have taken one law as an example for you to understand the intricacies. So, it is apart from TP, AP, MP calculation, which will be similar to TR, AR, MR, TC, AC, MC, law-based points on each is important. So, for law of variable proportion, which is a massive example I gave you, what are the 3 stages here? Under returns to scale, 3 stages are there, 3 separate laws, 3 sub laws are there. Under returns to laws of returns also you have 3: increasing, diminishing, and constant. So for all the 3 you have to, all the 3 major laws you have to study the supply, which is done with the schedule and a graph. And from the graph, what you are supposed to do is you must be able to identify the law, which law is being given. Okay. Yeah, I can give you that also. I will show you that also now. Now here, inflection, did you all note it? Did you all notice it? Okay. Now, go to the next one. So, fill in the question marks you did. Give the names of the 3 stages, isn't it? Increasing returns, decreasing or diminishing returns, no constant here. Negative returns, because marginal production becomes negative. F denotes inflection, where total product stops increasing at an increasing rate and starts increasing at a diminishing rate. Is this a modern law or classical law? Now 3 laws are there, no? Which is modern, which is classical? One law has no tag at all. Among the 3, one is modern, one is classical. Fantastic. Law of variable proportion is modern law. What is a classical law? Classical law is laws of returns. This is a classical law and this is a modern. Returns to scale has no tag like that. Okay, remember that. Now, identify the stage of economic rationality from the given schedule. Supposing they are asking you. 3 stages are there, no? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. I told you that this is increasing returns. This is diminishing returns. See, empty is diminishing returns. This is negative returns. Which stage you call a stage of economic rationality? Economic rationality means what? Smart stage. Stage where I have to choose of the 3. Which would you select? Second? Yes? Second or first or third? Second. Because this is where your TP will be maximum. Don't be worried about 0. You have to do the experiment. Right? Second, not first stage, because it is still increasing. Scope for further expansion in first stage means I'll stop with 52. But the possibility of total production is 82. So second stage is a stage of economic rationality, which means stage 1 and 3 are the stages of economic irrationality. What is rationality? What is irrationality? Stage 2 is economic rationality. Stage 1 and 3 are stages of economic irrationality. Are you clear? Yes, did you get it? Yes, have you got it? Now in this, my dear students, what I want you to know is expansion path I'm showing here. Please remember these 3 graphs which we did. I told you that this generally the students mark it as decreasing. This they will mark it as increasing, which is wrong. This is constant, we all know. The successive iso-cont curves, when they are equal distant, constant returns to scale. When the distance between the iso-conts are increasing, it means inefficiency. It is decreasing returns to scale. When the difference between the successive iso product curves are declining, it is increasing returns to scale, because for the same level of output increase, lesser and lesser of input is applied. Dosages of inputs are required. So it is a sign of efficiency. That is why the distance is coming down. When the distance is going up, I'm saying that for a same 50% increase or same 50 units increase in output, I'm investing more and more inputs, dosages of input application. So it is a sign of inefficiency. So the declining distance is a sign of efficiency. Enhancing distance is a sign of inefficiency. So this is your increasing returns. This is your decreasing returns to scale. Are you clear? Yes, can you understand this point clear? So that is why I told you, one question will be on tools. See, in template questions, one question will be on tools. I think somewhere I asked you that. You wrote, some ISO product or something like that. So a question on tools, question on short and long run, question on the law itself as such, question on the sector with which they are associated. All these are the probable questions. Now you do one computation. Okay, I will give you a chart and I want you to compute. I will give you TP, you compute AP and MP. So from TP, I'll give you TP numbers. Okay, you can do it. So you know workers means variable factor. In the title itself, we have given the fixed factor. They are going to have this land, farmland for wheat production. See, look at the term farm. Fixed factor is given, variable factor is given. Okay. Now we will enter the data of TP so that from 1 to 8 I'll write. Calculate AP and MP. So fully if you do at a stretch, then there will be a complete winding up of it. Done. Na? Siddharth and Tameen and this new girl. Have you all done? Finished? Yes. What are the answers? For first column of AP, what did we have? What did you have? Nothing, isn't it? Dash or zero, whatever it is. Then how did you all calculate? TP by variable factor. You remember that? I think in the class I told you that, isn't it? So what were the answers? Yes, give me. Answer is there with me. All. Yeah. 3, 5, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay. So remember TP by variable factor to remind you that only. Yes, remember that. Then MP. What was MP? First one 0. Sure. Dash. Doesn't make it. Okay, one more you can give, try. Dash, 0. Another thing also you can there. Looking this type of, for this chart. For this type of chart. What has been added by one? There was no 0 worker, nothing added. 1 worker has added what? 3. It can be same as 3 also, the same. I mean, you follow what I'm trying to say. Yeah, 0 or dash or this one and the same only. Because from 0 to 1, that 1 worker has added 3. That is also TP. You got it? Sometimes they'll give you, don't get confused, I'm saying that. Okay, now what? How did you all do? Did you all do it like this? If I draw a line like this, you will know, isn't it? So how did you all do? 7, then 14, then 12, 4, 2, 0, minus 2. Isn't it? Got it, everybody? So the calculation is part is clear. So it is more or less similar with your, which one? TR, AR and MR, isn't it? Yes or no, yeah? Tell me now, we are going to finish almost. Sometimes the dash, 0 and TP, TP's units may be MP. So that's what I just wanted to tell you that. Okay. So now I am entering into business cycle for you. How is business cycle going to be treated now? I will tell you.